Um, Coming to you with no makeup because I just felt like I really need to get this message out today. We are going to talk to you about, me and Archangel Michael, that is, we are going to talk to you about why you keep attracting negative energies, parasites like vampires, energetic vampires, and narcissists. There is a reason why. The reason why you keep attracting them is because they are attracted to light that is unguarded, power that is unrealized. People like yourself that are of the light. Hold on, I just realized I didn't. Let me get my light here. Listen, guys, I do this raw and uncut because I channel as soon as I get on here. This is not like I have a script or anything like that. Sometimes I will jot down my ideas about what I want to talk about, but this is all channeled as soon as I sit down at my desk. I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about, and here we are. So, first, we're going to talk about why you attract negative energies, whether you consider it spookies or harmful energies, demonic energies. This is what they're attracted to, and why I no longer am ever in this place of fear. First and foremost, fear is the number one access to you. So, the more fearful energy that you embody, the more attracted to you that they are, especially when you are of the light. Because when you are chosen or when you are blessed by God, you are not just favored by God, you are also favored by the devil, negative energies, demonic, whatever you want to call it. Everybody has a different belief system, but it's all pretty much the same thing. And I'll put it to you like this. So when you have unhealed trauma, or when you have no boundaries, or when you have medical health issues, mental health issues, that is like a buffet for negative energies and entities. They love it. It's what they need to consume to be powerful or alive. And so the more that you hold on to that, the more that you don't do the work internally, whether it's go seek help from a therapist or read self help books or command your energy, listen to people like myself on how to call back your power, you will always be vulnerable. You will always be prey to the predator. So understand that the more you have fear of it too, the more access you're giving it. And if you have all of these things that you're working through, especially if you're going through a spiritual awakening, which only makes you so much more vulnerable to these things because you're removing a lot of layers of yourself that were there to protect you, whether they were egoic or not, you are now more vulnerable. And that is why so many people who go through a spiritual awakening self isolate because intuitively they just feel unsafe or vulnerable around people. Especially, we tend to attract what we are. So if you have a group of friends that you have always been very close to, that maybe you met at a very low point in your life, and they still have all of that unhealed energy, it's going to be very uncomfortable for you, especially if you're on this journey and they're not. And it's why we tend to kind of come back within ourselves. So, the most powerful way to become safe, I mean, yes, we say our prayers and they work, but oftentimes people will put a band aid on something. They'll say their prayer, but then they're still in a place of fear. So, you're negating all of that beautiful work that you're doing because you're saying your prayers, you believe in God, but then you're not having faith in that because you're so fearful that you're so vulnerable to these attacks. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. I know I know that a lot of you don't want to hear this, but this is really important stuff and you guys need to listen to this because this is what saved my life. I was constantly under spiritual attacks. I mean, I couldn't even sleep without being literally pulled out of my bed. My husband can attest to this. He witnessed this, okay? And for years I gaslit myself into believing that none of this happened. But it wasn't until I truly surrendered to the process and I realized that the more I gave fear power or presence in my life, the more vulnerable I was. The more that I didn't go to my therapist and process the unhealed emotions, the more vulnerable I was to spiritual attacks. And the more that I've taken care of my spiritual body, my physical body, because a strong physical body creates a strong spiritual body, the less susceptible I am to spiritual attacks. That goes the same with smoking cigarettes. That goes the same with alcohol, all of these things, addictions. That all creates a breeding frenzy for negative energies and entities. I'm sorry. I'm telling you this because I care about you, and somebody needs to tell you the truth. If you truly want to not be under spiritual attack constantly, you need to ask yourself, how important are these bad habits? Eating fast food and living an unhealthy lifestyle is exactly how a negative entity would absolutely infiltrate your spiritual team, by making you believe that that doesn't matter. But God has always told us that we need to honor and love and show gratitude for our physical temple. And if we are not doing that, we become susceptible to negative energies and entities. This isn't this is black and white, guys. There's no gray area here. Please understand that. Now, it goes the same with narcissists. You keep attracting narcissists because you have this beautiful light, but you don't realize your power. And narcissists love that. They love it because they don't have it. And a narcissist is always going to take from you what they don't have. Just like a vampire, an energetic vampire, they're going to take from you what they don't have. So without the spiritual boundaries or the physical boundaries, you are vulnerable and you are susceptible. It's why I preach so much to everyone, boundaries. Boundaries. This is life or death. This is no joke. This is about whether or not you want to live the life that you've always dreamed of or you don't. And I'm not trying to fearmonger you here. I'm trying to wake you up so that you understand that not only do you have a choice in this, but you also have the biggest gun in the fight, which is free will, which is sovereignty, because nothing has access to you without your permission. And guess what is permission? Fear. Because when you are fearful of something, you are not believing in the power of God. If you are fearful of the devil, if you're fearful of demons, if you are fearful, there's a big difference between fearful and having a healthy respect for them. But if you are fearful of them, that means that you are not in belief of God's power. You are not in belief of Archangel Michael's power. You believe subconsciously or even consciously that these negative energies and entities stand a chance against God's power or God's army. I feel the energy shift. I really feel you're getting what I'm putting down. My life changed when I started to honor my spiritual, physical, and mental body. And I believed in God and his awesome power, as well as Archangel Michael, obviously. And my whole life changed. Because I stopped having faith in fear and I had faith in God. Because many of you do not have a faith issue, you have faith in the wrong things. You might have faith in the simple fact that you are always going to be under attack. Or what you can do is have faith that God is so powerful and that Archangel Michael and all the angels of the highest Christ of light and all the archangels are so powerful that nothing stands a chance against them, because nothing does. Nothing does. There is nothing more powerful ever, at all. And when you surrender to that is when everything gets better. And that has to do with manifesting as well. Make the plans and believe that Daddy Universe will cash the check. That is how you truly manifest. Because most of the time people have a problem with calling in the manifestations because they truly don't have that unconditional, unwavering faith in something bigger than them. I've used this example before. I'm going to use it again. How many times have you seen somebody go into AA or Narcotics Anonymous or any of those addiction institutions? I don't know what you would call them, nonprofit organizations. It usually never sticks until somebody starts believing in something bigger than them, until they have some sort of faith base that there's something bigger than them. They just keep repeating the cycle. They don't lean into the power where it's all coming from. I can talk to you all day, every day about my success, but none of it happened without him. And the reason why it's happened is because I've stayed on mission and I speak the truth. I'm not constantly saying protection prayers because I don't need to. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't days when I just feel like I'm under attack a little bit more because I'm very visible, because I'm speaking the truth, and people don't like that. Energies don't like that. Spiritual energies, entities do not like that. And yes, I will call on Archangel Michael, but I have such faith, because time and time and time again, I've been proven to have faith. And so have you. So have you. That's the bottom line, right? So you keep attracting this negativity, we'll call it that, or these harmful energies and entities because your lack of faith, or not lack of faith, faith in the wrong things, not having boundaries, and being a bright light. I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to call you to the carpet and I'm going to call you out. God has gifted you with this beautiful light. Why would you not protect that at all cost? Why would you not respect yourself with boundaries when you've been given such a beautiful gift? Do you think that shows God that you are grateful and appreciative? I'm here because I love you and because I know that you can have more, and I know that you're deserving of all of the things. You can have all of it. It does not make you bad. It does not make you greedy. It makes you godlike. Look at Abraham in the Bible. Look at Jesus Christ. Look at David. When they were Christ-like, when they had boundaries, and even Jesus flipped tables when he was angry, when things were going wrong, they were blessed. Protect your energy because it is sacred and it is a gift from God. Bottom line. If you will not do it for you, do it for him. I hope I lit a fire under your booty. I really do. Because I promise you, from personal experience, I know what I'm talking about. And I want all of you to find the empowerment, the fulfillment, the love, the wealth, everything I've ever wanted, and then some. I want you to feel at peace like I feel at peace. I want you to feel safe like I feel safe. Because you're supposed to. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm just here to fix all the bad information you've been given so that you can finally reclaim your power and walk the path of your purpose and mission. I love you guys so much. Now, like, share, it does so much for this channel because I really truly believe that these messages are so invaluable and that people need to hear this, because I think so many people feel so lost and they just need truth. And if you do want to work with me one-on-one, I love what I do. All of my awesome, creative, lovely stuff is in the description box. And if you are healing from narcissistic abuse, please check out my Sacred and Savage course. It will absolutely change your life. I love you guys, and I will see you all soon.